Good morning, everybody. Welcome to today's Reading the Red on this Thursday morning. And it's nice and cold and dark. And yeah, it's not raining now, but didn't it rain in the night? Mark chapter 9, verse 13. But I say to you that Elijah has indeed come, and they did to him whatever they wanted, just as it had been written. So they had experienced the reality of seeing on the Transfiguration Elijah and Moses. And they put to Jesus this conundrum question. And Jesus responds and says to them, Elijah has indeed come. And this statement, Elijah has indeed come, is referring to John the Baptist. And the prophet Elijah had prophesied about Elijah, as it were, John the Baptist, in the preparation journey of preparing the way for Jesus to come to the earth. So the prophetic reality was now fulfilled, Jesus is saying. Elijah indeed has come. So he says, Elijah did indeed come, and they did to him whatever they did. And what they done to John the Baptist was they mistreated him, put him in prison, and John lost his head through a rhoda, and just the way the dance and all the stuff that went on there with Herod. And Jesus says to him, but I say to you, and then he goes and says what he says. And when Jesus says, but I say to you, he's really reinforcing the fact that we should listen to him. Many people say they listen to Jesus until he gives them instruction, and then they say, oh, no, I won't go. But learning to listen to Jesus. Now, how do we do that as Christians? When he says in his word, but I say to you. So he's speaking to us, saying to us, giving us instruction, revealing to us insight, showing us the past, the future. When Jesus says, but I say to you, and he reveals something, we should pay attention. We should be willing to implement what it is that he is saying to us. And the way we implement it, first of all, is we have to believe it. We have to accept what he's saying is true. And the investment of faith that we make in what he says, and then sending our faith off to work, is really what's going to produce in our lives whatever blessing, benefit Jesus is saying to us. Now, in this situation, he was revealing the fact that John the Baptist had indeed come, and he was a type of Elijah who was preparing the way for the Messiah. But there are other occasions when Jesus says, and I say to you, or truly I say to you, or sometimes truly, truly I say to you. He's wanting to reinforce the fact that the thing he's about to say is really important, and we need to take notice of it. And if it's an instruction, we need to actually do it. To not do what he says is to miss out on the blessing of what he says. And it's really to put ourselves back the wrong side of the line as it relates to our relationship with God. Because if we don't do what he says, then we'll do what we say or what the enemy says. And then we're really in trouble. Brothers and sisters, do what he says. Thank you for joining me. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.